Hi, this is Heather Krey again. I'm here to show you how to answer this SAT Math Challenge question. The question today is Gianna has a recipe for flan that uses 8 eggs and 2.5 cups of sugar. If Gianna wants to use 12 eggs, how many cups of sugar should she use? We're going to solve this by setting up a proportion. And then I think the most challenging part of this question is really just working with all the fractions, but we can do it, and I'll show you how step by step. First, she's going to use 8 eggs and 2.5 cups of sugar. My secret for getting the proportions right every time is to write the units when I write the numbers down, and that way when I write my second fraction, here we have 12 eggs, I'm absolutely sure that the 12 should go in the numerator, and my x, the sugar that I'm looking for, will go in the denominator. I know that because I took the time to write eggs and cups on the first fraction, and so there's no way I'm going to be able to get the second fraction upside down. Now this is a proportion, we'll solve it from cross multiplication. So 8 times x, that's the numerator times the denominator, equals 2.5 times 12. Now I don't like to multiply with mixed numbers. I much prefer improper fractions. So I'm going to go ahead and change this 2.5 to 5/2. The way I change it to 5/2 is I take the denominator of 2, I multiply it by the number of in front. 2 times 2 is 4, and then I add it to the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. I'm going to end up with 5/2, and I'll write that instead of 2.5. And remember, we're cross multiplying. 8 times x equals 2.5 times 12. So I'll put my 12 over here. All right, and now we just have to solve for x. And the hardest part again is working with all these fractions. So 5/2 times 12. Well, 2 goes into 12 6 times, and 5 times 6 is 30. And now we're going to divide both sides by 8. So x equals this 30/8. We're going to reduce. They're both even numbers, so I'll divide them both by 2 and get 15/4. And it would be really nice if 15/4 was one of these answers, but if you've ever read a recipe, you know that they're not going to tell you to use 15/4 cups of sugar. They will give it to you in the form of a mixed number. So we should change it back. The way I'm going to do that is ask myself, how many times does 4 go into 15? Well, 4 times 4 is 16. That's a little bit too big. So we'll go down 1. 4 times 3 is 12. So that's going to be 3 times. And there'll be 3 extra because 4 times 3 is 12. And then we would need 3 more to get up to 15. So that's going to be 3 3/4. My final answer here is C.